Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a quick beer review. This is a re-review, rare for me. I don't usually re-review beers, but someone had asked recently if I could re-review this beer. So I have no problem doing that. I first reviewed this back in 2014, I think, almost 10 years ago when they first brewed it. And it was a growler only thing. You had to go down to the brewery and get it. But from AleSmith here in San Diego, this is 394 Pale Ale. Padres are currently down 3-1 in the NLCS. I figured this would be a good beer to try and help them rally. I mean, you guys know, if you follow my channel, grew up in Northern California as a Giants fan, but I've lived in San Diego for the last 11 years. It's easy to root for the home team. So, collaboration with Tony Gwynn, they said 6% alcohol by volume. I don't know if it shows. Yeah, it doesn't talk about the hops or anything, but 394 was his batting average in the strike shortened 1994 season. We all kind of got screwed that year because I was hoping he was going to hit 400, but whatever. This was canned on September 20th, so we are about a month in the can, time of recording. I am a big fan of this beer. I drink it a lot. I just never really thought to re-review it because I try not to do re-reviews of beers on this channel. But you know what? When people ask, I happily oblige. Love the can art, by the way. It's the old early 80s Padres uniform. So this beer is like a cool kind of a copper color. It is, there's a chill haze, but it's clear. A good finger and a quarter of fluffy kind of eggshell, really marshmallowy head. It looks awesome. I realized I didn't have any AleSmith glassware. I used to have a 394 pint glass. They released those when they first did that and it broke a long time ago. So I do not have it anymore, but let's shove our nose in it, see what it's got. Oh, it still smells good. It's fruity, it's tropical, but it's still like, it's got that nice, just bready kind of crackery malty thing. By the way, I feel like I'm sitting low. I feel like this is a different chair. Did the kids swap my chairs out? I feel like I should be sitting up taller. Yeah, it's kind of pineapple-y, it's citrus. But yeah, it's got that cool, just almost reminiscent, much more fruity, but it kind of reminds you of like a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. It's got that breadiness to it. But yeah, like pineapple-y, kind of maybe some stone fruitiness in there and just citrus. It smells great. So let's go and taste it. Cheers. This beer is still just such a crusher. It's so good, flavorful, and still in that 6% package. Hashtag Team Low ABV. Nice pop of bitterness in the middle of your tongue. Doesn't get crazy aggressive, but everything you're smelling, the tropical fruits, that kind of pineapple-y, stone fruity thing is there. It's nice, like pithy citrus, mid-palate to finish, and then it has that cool, just sweet, bready malts that just balance it out. I remember when this beer first came out and got bottled, I sent it to my buddy Matt and he loved it. I don't know if he's drank it recently. Matt, if you watch this review, let me know if you're still drinking this beer. I still think almost 10 years later, this beer still is absolutely delicious. Yeah, it's just crisp, it's bright. And even, I mean, listen, a month is not old, right? We joke around about Team Old IPA. A month is not old, but even at a month in the can, it's still poppy. Like the hops are there. But it doesn't go crazy over the top. I've talked a lot recently in like shelfie reviews, like, oh, if somebody wanted to get into hoppy beers, they should probably drink this. I think something like this, there is a little bit of like hop bite to it, but I still think that's more like pithy citrus. That might be kind of off-putting to people who don't like that intensity of like, you know, grapefruit rind or, you know, some sort of lemon peel. But I think something like this, you know, if someone was kind of wanting to get into pale ales, more hoppy beers, I think this is just, it's fruitier than something like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, so it might be more approachable for somebody. I still love this beer. So, still world-class stuff. It's awesome that we can just walk into grocery stores now and buy this. This beer down here is everywhere. I don't know the distro. I'm pretty sure AleSmith is all over the place now. So, let me know if you get this and where you're at, what state you live in. I think this gets out of California and it gets out there, so. If not, this is a beer that is worth your time. Check it out. I mean, it's something you have to trade huge for, but it's something that, you know, if you're into, they call it a West Coast San Diego style pale ale. If you're into the West Coast kind of hoppy, tropical, fruity thing, this beer is something that you would enjoy. So we will leave it at that. It's $3.94 from AleSmith. Still a banger of a beer. So we'll see what happens with the Padres. Phillies just, they look tough right now. They got hot at the right time. Dudes are just hitting absolute tanks. So that's it. I'm out of here. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.